Hey guys, GummerX here. Chapter 950 was incredible, you guys. Yes, if you didn't notice, 8 of the worst generation ended up here in Wano, and in this chapter, you guys, including the cover page with Bij, we have 8 of the worst generation here. So yes, this whole theory that the Chinese have been raving about for the longest time, that all of the worst generation are going to swoop in and just take down Kaido together, is starting to look a lot more likely, you guys. Everyone's still trying to figure out, is Luffy really powerful enough right now to take down Kaido? And I think it's leaning towards this whole idea that the whole worst generation is going to team up and take them down together. Yes, at the start of the chapter, it kind of contradicts this a little bit with Luffy saying, are you going to team up? But maybe Kid needs to get smacked by Kaido just one more time here before he joins this massive alliance and they all fight Kaido together, you guys. What do you think? Do you think Luffy is going to team up with everyone here by the end of this to take down Kaido? Do you think they're going to need this massive fight? All of these characters versus Kaido, you guys, I'd love to hear from you. But jumping right into the chapter, you guys, yes, we have Bij on this cover page. Great to see him again. We jump right into the chapter with Luffy talking to Kid, and Luffy basically saying, do you want to team up? And Kid is like, are you kidding me? Like, did you see what he did to my partner? And do you see what me forming an alliance did in the past? I'm going to take down Kaido. I'm going to be the one to do it. You see him use his magnetism, bring all that metal to him, and he's got his arm back, you guys. Kid is finally free. He's got his partner, and they're walking out of this prison situation. Yes, Luffy just performed this heroic act that absolutely everyone in the prison needed to really get their spirits back, you guys. He went and he exposed himself to this virus. Yes, Luffy throughout this entire series has been exposed to way too much poison. A lot of people think that's why he's going to meet this drastic downfall, this match of the past, kind of like how Goldie Roger got taken out with this sickness at the end of his life. A lot of people are thinking next generation's coming through, just being an exact repeat, but maybe this is where we'll see Law's Devil Fruit by the end of the series. There's a lot of places Oda could go with Law's Devil Fruit, but yes, it does have to be used at some point in the series here, so really excited to see how he pulls that one out. But yes, once again, Luffy's been exposed. He's now run out of the public here after he's got everyone's spirit up, and Chopper's panicking, rushing, trying to make him this potion. And then Momonosuke is basically saying, I love this Luffy guy. He's so amazing. I could have never done that. And then Luffy, of course, with the jokes, starts making fun of Momo, and he's like, that's why you're a weakling. And then Momo gets all pissed, you guys, and he exposes himself to the Udon prisoners, and they are all shocked, and they immediately drop to the ground, you guys. They are ready to praise their long-lost prince, you guys, essentially. So everyone's back here. They accomplished their goal of getting Udon Prison as their rivals. And yes, Grandpa Hugh is super impressed with Luffy, and he's like, we have accomplished all of these allies, you guys. We are getting ready to take down Kaido. And yes, remember, Luffy announced this, you guys. Luffy has made it clear to everyone that he will be the reason that Kaido gets taken down. All of the 9 red scabbards are at his back, telling everyone to praise Luffy, and he is the key that is needed to take down Kaido. Next, we get this amazing flashback. We have Kinemon, Inuyarashi, and they're talking to Shuten Maru, you guys. And please don't forget that Shuten Maru was announced as this super powerful scabbard way back at the beginning of Wano, you guys. So we are going to see some epicness from him. Yes, we saw him clash a little bit with Inuyarashi, but of course he wasn't unleashing his ultimate power earlier when we saw him in Wano. So expect a lot more greatness from this guy. But anyways, we go back to this flashback, and apparently Shuten Maru was leading a bunch of people. He had a bunch of followers and bandits way back in the day throughout this 20-year period. And about 10 years in, a bunch of his people got sick of waiting. And they're like, I cannot wait 20 years. Is he really coming back? We need to take down Kaido. And those 3 are standing at this gravesite where all of these men died 10 years after they dealt with this crazy incident where they tried to take down Kaido and obviously stood no chance. They didn't have someone like Luffy who finally showed up 20 years later. But essentially, we finally find out what this word snatch means, you guys. And yes, it's changed to Tsunachi here in this chapter, but it essentially means snatch from what we saw earlier in Wano. And this guy gives a good story as to represent what this meaning is. And he said, when we were younger, we used to test our courage and do daring things. And basically the most courageous were the ones that didn't value their lives and weren't afraid to die. So yes, we finally find out that they came up with this term snatch, and it means throw away thy name and thy wits, essentially, and just charge into battle. It's just get in there and just give it your all. Don't be afraid, and just just attack the enemy essentially. So they left Shutenmaru, did this attack, it did not get anywhere, and this word snatch became this toxic word that you are not supposed to say. So ultimately here, Shutenmaru, you guys, yes, decides to join. He says, I will not doubt Odin. Odin said 20 years, you guys are back. This is all happening. I'm on board, you guys. So yes, Shutenmaru is on board. Next, it pans over to Zoro, and this is where the chapter starts to get really hype, you guys. Oda's gotten amazing at taking these chapters and not only week to week just jamming all this greatness in, but even having the crescendo throughout the chapter, just having this super exciting moments at the end. So all of Wano, I've just been waiting for tons of Zoro fights. I mean, we're in the land of samurai. I want to see a lot more of Zoro, and that's what we get this chapter here. Yes, they're in this forest, and there are ninjas everywhere, you guys, and Zoro's just taking them out everywhere, protecting Komurasaki, you guys. I love that Hiyori's back, and she is with Zoro at his side. Zoro says, I will never forgive what Orochi has done. I need to avenge Tonoyasu, and I can't go back to Momo if you're harmed, so you're coming with me. And then he says, I need to go back to where that Bengai-looking guy stole Shusui, and I need to get that sword back. I do not feel the same without my sword here. And yes, Komurasaki says, I will bring you back to this bridge. We are going to go back to this bridge. You're going to get that sword back, you guys, and then you're going to unleash Conqueror's Haki. We're going to see some crazy Asura forms, you guys. I love Zoro, if you cannot tell, but really excited to see a lot more of this character development. And then finally here, you guys, to end the chapter, it pans over to La, and he has been captured. And before I elaborate more on this crazy illustration of La, you guys, this gave me goosebumps. I absolutely loved it. But quickly, right when it pans over to this set of panels, you guys, we once again get the most sketchy words coming out of Drake's mouth. And yes, Drake is obviously a little dazed, a little confused, because he's trying to sort out what is going on in terms of his alliances and his truce. And I think that ultimately he is on La's side. And yes, that is part of why La has this super evil look on his face, you guys. I think that Drake is finally about to change sides here. Yes, he's only been working underneath Kaido in association with Basil Hawkins because he knows that Basil is completely dedicated. So I think that Drake actually is going to be a good guy, going to be helping out in the alliance, you guys. I think he's going to be one of these traitors that we've been looking for this entire Wano arc. Basil Hawkins, way too committed. That dude needs a medal for what he has done. That dude is amazing in terms of being an ally to Kaido. So essentially, we finally pan down to La, you guys, and La's smirk, his confidence, his lack of fear, his bravery in this situation. He's sitting there, and Basil's like, we are going to get every word out of your mouth. And he's sitting there just kind of smirking like, no, you're not. No, you're not. I know that Luffy is going to be the king of the pirates, and I am not afraid of you. You can do anything to me. I'm more powerful than you. And I bet he's kind of thinking that I have my colleague Drake, and we're about to turn on you guys. So really excited to see what the next chapter holds, to see if Drake jumps in and they overturn the situation. La gets broken out right away, gets back with Beepo. I can't wait to see more of Beepo. If we see Su Long Beepo later on in the One Piece series, you guys, I'm gonna lose it. I'm absolutely gonna lose it. This series is perfect so far. I absolutely love One Piece. If you guys like watching these videos, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button while you're at it. Thank you so much, you guys, and have a great day.